Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing fantastic. The GOP in Washington, congressional candidate says vax mandates, biggest issues face U.S. small businesses is absolutely bone crushing. We got a lot to cover in this. We've got $6 million worth of grants going to unemployed people. This is free money. We got a $1,000 check that's also going out to people, which is awesome. And we've got some other money to talk about, as well as the jobs report and what's happening with unemployment and stimulus right now. 8 states are asking to freeze. They're freezing interest on unemployment benefits that they borrowed. Biden touted Americans have more money in their pocket, but voters say the president's making inflation worse by people having money, which is also when I covered the Minneapolis Fed guy that said, hey, people have money in their bank account, don't give them any money. And he says that basically people have to be broke. Can you believe that? So a group of people are getting a bonus for $1,000 and basically just for staying at home. This is great news for a group of people. And I'm going to spell out some of this stuff. They can look for more money also in the future. This is one of the few kinds of bonuses we've seen in the last few months, just like that, presumably with more to come in the future. We'll see if that happens. Find out who's getting this money and why they're getting it, what this week's unemployment numbers and jobs report says about the economy, and how one state just beat an all-time record. The state beat an all-time record. So got a lot to cover in this video. It's Andrew Cartwright here, and hope you're having a thriving Thirsty Thursday. Here's your unemployment, stimulus, jobs report, and financial daily news for Thursday, December 16th, 2021. As you know, we love to cover them, jobs reports, because it tells us what's going on. Also says what the Fed's going to do. They're raising rates 3 times next year. My goal in these videos is to give you the best information to access government and private money for yourself, loved ones, and your business. We have a lending platform down below, Capital Velocity, 12 different programs, 75 banking partners, up to $5 million in funding you can get right now. Make sure you check it out. It's in the description. Also, there's free Bitcoin down there. There's up to $250 for free Bitcoin down there. There's 2 free stocks down there. And I have my $99 real estate program. It's a $10,000 course, limited time, only a few left. $99 for a $10,000 course. You get a master's in real estate, basically, where we go through everything, when to buy, how to buy, market cycles. It's incredible. We just yesterday certified 4 more people on that course. Congratulations to you. I don't know whether I should call people's names out that got their certificates, but congratulations to you for getting your certificates. 36 videos. You got through it right on. Stay tuned to this channel, though, for personal finance, real estate, stock market, crypto, credit, and other investments to generate income, save you lots of money. Also, I'm giving away $2,000 right now. All you got to do is drop a comment in the comment section, like the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoy the comment, please hit that like button. So funny, people comment before a minute, because I'm on there right away, typically in the comments, talking to you guys for the first 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or when I get back around to it, like in a couple of hours. I love chatting with you guys. It's funny that you guys talk about the video, but only a minute's passed. I don't know how that's even possible. Maybe a speed do it like 4 times. I'm not sure. At any rate, thank you to my Patreons who support the channel for as little as $3. They get 20 articles a month. It's really cool. Plus my book and other things. But first, Apple has delayed indefinitely the day on which employees will have to come back to the office. They're saying, yeah, indefinitely. We don't know. We don't know if we want you back. Maybe. The return to work date is, quote, yet to be determined. Many places are doing the same thing. And he encourages, Tim Cook, all employees to get the coronavirus vaccine and also get the booster, is what he's saying. Apple CEO Cook said, quote, our offices remain open and many of our colleagues are coming in regularly, including our teams in the greater China and elsewhere. As we look forward to the more of our team being together again, we will continue to make decisions based on local conditions, and we'll be sure to notify you when at least 4 weeks before beginning the pilot, end quote. So you'll have 4 weeks to put it together. So if you want to move to that island and work remotely, if you're at Apple, I guess you do that. Cook said he's now giving all the employees a $1,000 bonus. The $1,000 would show up in their next paycheck and be subject to tax and withholding. This huge delay is mostly due to the new variant Omicron, which is spread around the world at a record pace. There's lots of news saying that it's not nearly as bad, thank goodness, as the others, but we're still dealing with this. It's super contagious, right? Workers were previously set to return to the office February 1st in a hybrid work pilot announcement internal announcement that happened in November. That itself was already delayed, and it's not the first time Apple has announced such a delay. The company has shifted its pandemic-related return to office plans in the past. They're like, I guess can't put a finger on when we can get people back to work. Apple closed 3 retail stores this week in response to the growing new virus infections. On Tuesday, it began requiring customers to wear masks while inside the retail stores. Cook told workers in a letter that he said, quote, grateful for their flexibility and resilience. And he also said, continuing, quote, you continue to prove how much we can accomplish when we take our own challenges with boldness, creativity, and most importantly, together, end quote. Bold words, nice words from Tim, right? So this is great news for those who work at Apple. $1,000 bonus, work from home, sent right to your bank account, do nothing, but you will get the withhold and pay taxes on it. Yeah, you got to pay those. This is just one of the work-related bonuses we've seen in the last few months. So tell me, what about this back-to-work bonus? What do you think about these? Do you think that's great? Brings people back to work is what they're saying. You can get a back-to-work bonus. Lots of states are covering back-to-work bonuses. Even got bonuses for both part-time and also full-time. So check with your state to see if they have a back-to-work bonus. Because if you don't apply for it, you don't get it. Meanwhile, new weekly jobs claims ticked up slightly last week to hold nearly a 52-year low. The Labor Department released its latest weekly jobs claims report Thursday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Here's the main matrix from what the print said, compared to the census estimated compiled by Bloomberg. We saw initial job claims at 206,000 during the week ending December 11th. Compared that of 200,000 that was expected, more than 188,000 in the week prior. So we're ticking up a bit, right, folks, in the wrong direction. First-time unemployment filers fell sharply to reach that lowest level since 1969 in early December, which was below 190,000, that 188,000 mark, which is fantastic. Although it's weird because if you don't file or if you start a new business, you fall off the radar. And even with the latest move higher, the 4-week moving average for new claimants, which smooths out volatility in the weekly data, came in at the lowest level since November of 1969, year before I was born. Dropped by 16,000 week over week to reach 203,750. So the Fed apparently is doing their job, which is to keep people employed. And continuing claims, which still somewhat above the pre-pandemic levels, have also come down sharply from the pandemic era high. This metric tracks the total number of individuals claiming benefits across the regular state programs, peaked at more than 23 million in May of 2020. And yes, I'm going to get to those grants. It's coming, but got to finish this story. It came in below $2 million for the $2 million for the third, not dollars, but $2 million for the third week in this week's jobs report, reaching the lowest level since March of 2020. Obviously, the labor force participation is still low if we compare that of the pre-virus levels, with job openings paradoxically at a record high. So we got lots of job openings, supposedly nobody working and less filing. Doesn't add up, right? The labor force participation rate last came in at 61.8% for November, or short of February's 2020 of 63.3. Some people blame it on that people are just retiring, saying, I'm not going back to the workforce. I'm not going to do it. And then others are saying that people are just dropping out. They got money in the bank, if you listen to the Fed. And the size of the civilian labor was still down by 2.4 million. Betsy Stevens, former Labor Department chief economist and professor in economics at the Policy University of Michigan, had this to say, and I quote, if we filled every single job opening that's out there right now, we'd have employment that was not just well above where we were in the pre-pandemic, but we'd be above anyone predicted pre-pandemic, end quote, and probably the lowest ever in history. What if they had an announcement? Like, how do we just have the lowest unemployment rate, the highest employment ever in history? Could we do that? So there you have it. It's business as usual. I'm curious to hear your thoughts about what you think about the unemployment numbers. Do you trust them? We've certainly been burned before. We talk about it with the shadow stats, and people dropping off unemployment or starting businesses that have really changed things. And for the last story, for the final story, Wisconsin unemployment rate dropped 3% last month. According to new data that just came in, this matches the previous record low set back in November of 2018. Wisconsin's unemployment rate continued its downward trend, and it's a bit below the national average of 4.2%, which we've covered. Governor Tony Evans announced that he's giving away $6 million in grant funding. Yes, $6 million out of the blue. Remember, I've told you $35 billion is out there. Madison Area Tech College, MAC, the individual is still looking for work and childcare providers in order to help them re-enter the workforce. At the same time, conservatives and several state business organizations unveiled a proposal to eliminate the state sales tax in an effort to bolster the economy and make Wisconsin more attractive to out-of-state talent, which could be you need to buy something there. So people are going to go run to their retail stores and buy their stuff to save that. I know we're like 8% in Nevada. So what are your thoughts about the story? Do you think what do you think about that? I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. And any of you from Wisconsin, if not, tell me about your state, what's happening. PUA is still closed, but you need to still fight for your PUA benefits. Don't give up that fight. If they owe it to you for those backdated checks, make sure you get it. Also, if you're filing for unemployment for the first time, you get 26, 27 weeks that you can get that federal benefit. It's was written in by Roosevelt. And no, there's no PUC right now or FPUC. It's gone. So thanks very much. Appreciate you. Thanks very much. Appreciate you. Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing fantastic. The GOP in Washington, congressional candidate, says vax mandates biggest issues face U.S. small businesses is absolutely bone crushing. We got a lot to cover in this. We've got $6 million worth of grants going to unemployed people. This is free money. We got a $1,000 check that's also going out to people, which is awesome. And we've got some other money to talk about, as well as the jobs report and what's happening with unemployment and stimulus right now. 8 states are asking to freeze. They're freezing interest on unemployment benefits that they borrowed. Biden touted Americans have more money in their pocket, but voters say the president's making inflation worse by people having money, which is also when I covered the Minneapolis Fed guy that said, hey, people have money in their bank account, don't give them any money. And he says that basically people have to be broke. Can you believe that? So a group of people are getting a bonus for $1,000 and basically just for staying at home. This is great news for a group of people. And I'm going to spell out some of this stuff. They can look for more.